let's see what we can do. Nah, dang it. Never be in a hurry. Let's wait. I just said that. Yeah, that should be right. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, I'm such a wimp to this game. Anyway, it's late. Better stop smart working, I guess, and go to bed. Let's turn off the computer and let's turn off the dual drive floppy disk. And oh, wait, what is that? I've turned off the computer. What the heck? Is that a dot? Oh, it seems like it's disappearing. I've turned off the computer. I don't know what the heck is happening, but yeah, it's very faint, but it is here. It's a dot. And I've disconnected the power. So I guess I'm not going to bed. Well, hello everyone! As you have already seen, my Commodore Pet has the dot. I'm making this video in order to add my experience to that of Adrian from Adrian's Digital Basement, since he came out with a solution for the dot and asked to try it to see if it's gonna work in other machines. If you haven't watched his series of video, I highly recommend doing that. I will leave a link into the description below. That said, I'm not going to repeat here why the dot is appearing. It is a combination of factors and I'm not nearly qualified as Adrian or his friend who came out with the solution to talk about. Suffice to say, the dot isn't very healthy for the CRT, as it may burn the phosphor layers on the inner surface of the screen. See, that was not a problem back in the days, in the 70s, where cathode ray tubes were abundant and cheap, but nowadays, yeah, finding a good replacement CRT is very difficult, if not impossible, so it is a good idea to try to limit the damage of your vintage CRTs. Now, if you watch the video, you can see that the nature of the dot is different between different models of Commodore Pet. It seems worst in the earliest ones, like the one of Adrian, which is the original 1977 model. I have a 3032 that was upgraded over the years to a 4032, and on my machine the dot is really faint and pretty harmless, but still worth the time to try and repair it. When I got this computer it was working and it was in pretty good shape. I only had to clean it and repair the keyboard. You can see my video about it by clicking on the top right now. That said, I never dismantled and opened the CRT section, so I really don't know what analog board is installed in it. Since my Pet was heavily upgraded over the years, the CRT analog board can possibly be from another system, so I bought all the components to either repair the faint dot and the heavier dot from the older boards. Let's begin! So, as you probably know, those machines are pretty serviceable. In fact, you can lift this cover up and this bracket here mounts in that as a track of some sort, and you can access the internals. So those are the bolts that holds the CRT section in place. That is the analog board, I tried to get the suction cap, the anode cap out of the CRT, but the rubber, yeah, it's mostly glass right now. I don't want to damage the CRT. Speaking of, oh, and we have airplanes in the sky, like in a Shango 066 video. I guess it is Shango's curse. No, I'm kidding. This is a thing I learned from Shango, so let me block some light on that. Can you see this wire here? You can see that it's bluish, discolored. Yeah, that indicates that the CRT has a ton of hours on it. But it's still working, so that's not a problem. If we watch the Adrian's Digital Basement video, near the end it provides the layout for the analog board of the earliest type of PET. So, with the highlighted components that we have to change, or check rather. So, this is C22 in the oldest analog board. It should be a 3.3 microfarad. So in the newest motherboard, it should be a 47 microfarad. And that's C22, that it's a 470. So this is actually a good start. The next component we want to check is R5. R5 is that resistor right here. So, by the schematic, it should be, in the oldest version, a 1.5 kilo ohm. So now I'm terrible reading those, so I'm going to search for a chart of conversion. Let's see, 2.2 kilo ohm. So I have clearly the newest version of the motherboard. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply the fix for the newest version of the motherboard. So let me show you what is the fix for the newest version of the analog board. I'm not going to elaborate anything in this video. I'm going just to follow the instruction from Adrian in order to fix my .pet problem. So, since I have the newest version of the analog board, I only have to make this mod right here. So, this is R2, this is a 2.2K resistor, and I have to eliminate this R2 resistor and to add a 470 ohm resistor and an 8.2 volt Zener diode. And let's find it. The resistor we are going to remove is located here between these two joints. So let's add some flux. Okay, so the resistor is out. That thing over here. I'm going to install the mod. So this is a 470 ohm resistor paralleled with a Zener diode 8.2 volts. Is that right? Okay, I've installed the mod. I cleaned the area from excessive flux and I trimmed the leads. The question is, will it work? Let's find out. They should appear. I don't get any light on the screen. That's not good. Let's see. Time for some handheld detection, and I installed two testing points beneath the analog board, and on one side I have the 470 ohm resistor of before, and on the other side I have another Zener diode. This is a 33 volt one, and at least I have an image on the screen, so that's good. Now it's running from about, I don't know, 2 minutes, something like that. So let's turn it off, and okay, and let's see for dots of any kind, and I don't see them. So actually I connected something bad, or the Zener diode that I bought was bad. Actually this is the Zener diode that I was using before, and the lady at the electronics store assured me that this was a Zener diode, even though it isn't looking like a Zener diode. So either this is a Zener diode and it is bad, or it isn't a Zener diode. I have set my multimeter in diode mode. Okay, so let's check the negative. It should be that strip here, and the positive. So we should have around 0.6 millivolts of dropping. So in the other direction we should have nothing, which we have. So this isn't a Zener diode. So let's install the proper mod and get rid of these Chinese clip leads that probably are going to set my house on fire one of these days. Well, it is running from about half an hour, so let's see. And it's not appearing, so it seems fixed. I'd like to thank Adrian from Adrian's Digital Basement, since he made possible to develop the solution for this problem. I hope that my experience can help building a solid reference base for this mod. So stay tuned, I have some HP goodies on the way, so thanks for watching until the end, and as always, see ya next time.